Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vedatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravadvrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has described the very basic principles of Krishna consciousness. And this description is very, very brief, very short description. So Bhagavad Gita is summarized Vedic knowledge. In the 8th chapter, Krishna is describing the way to attain the supreme at the time of death, Antakale, at the end of life in this body. Krishna says, we can remember in Antakale cha mameva smaran mutva kaleva yaprayati samadbhavam. Then you can actually get out of this material existence and you can go to Krishna. Now, what if somebody remains in this material existence? Like generally, people think, somehow let us adjust and live here. That's why you have so many beautiful buildings, dream houses being built, and banks financing them and making good business. So, what if somebody decides, let me stay here, let me adjust? No, even that is not allowed. Again and again, this death is coming. And that process of taking birth and again being born itself is not going to be there forever. That also comes to an end. So that is described in the 8th chapter, where Krishna says, Avyaktat yaktayas sarva prabhavanti maharagame. There is one calculation given in this Bhagavad Gita. Just like we have our own calculation here on this earth, day and night. Like that, there is day and night on all the planets. But the duration of this day and night is not the same. The duration of day of Brahma, the topmost planet on which the planet on which Brahma lives is the topmost planet in this universe. It's called Brahmaloka. On Brahmaloka, the calculation of the duration of Brahma's day is given in this 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyat Brahmano Vidu. These calculations are yet to be discovered by the scientists, modern scientists. They are still struggling with Mars and moon. So they had to go further. They had to approach even Brahmaloka. They had to go a very great distance. But from the scriptures we get perfect knowledge. Through the parampara system we have clear understanding. On Brahmaloka, one day is calculated as 1000 Divya Yugas. Sahasra Yuga Pariyantam Maharyantam Mano. The day of Brahma is 1000 Divya Yugas. These Divya Yugas are calculations of time on the planets of the Devatas, Swarga Loka. Above this earth planet is generally belonging to one system of planets called Bhuloka. Above the earth planet there is Bhuvarloka. And above the Bhuvarloka is Swargaloka or Swargloka. Heavenly planets. And the heavenly planets, one day, their daytime is calculated as 6 months on this earth. One day on the heavenly planets, or daytime on the heavenly planets is 6 months on the earth. What we calculate as Uttarayana. On this earth, our 1 year can be divided into 2 halves. 6 months is Uttarayana and 6 months is Dakshinayana. So when we have Uttarayana, it is daytime on the heavenly planets. And when we have Dakshinayana, it is night time on the heavenly planets. So heavenly planets, the calculation is that their day and night is 365 times greater than our day and night. When on the heavenly planets 1 day and night has elapsed, here already 365 days are over. Days and nights are over. So you can imagine on the heavenly planets, these demigods, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, all of them, they live according to their time scale. Some of them live 12,000 years, 10,000 years. Say somebody lives 10,000 years on the heavenly planets according to their time scale. So how much is 10,000 years according to our time scale? So 10,000 into 365. That's about how much? If 10,000 were
3.6 million.
Multiplied even by 100, it would become 10 lakh. So when multiplied by 350, it would become 35 lakh. So say 36 lakhs of years, the demigods live according to our calculation. So here, when 36 lakhs of years are over, one whole yuga is over. Not yuga. One cycle of 4 yugas is over. Kali yuga is only 4 lakh years. So here, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali, 4 yugas would have elapsed by the time one demigod is born and he dies on the heavenly planets. See the relative time scale of it operates. Human beings on the earth are very proud of their life, but they don't realize that there are beings on the higher planets who have much greater lifespan, intelligence, opulence, strength, virtues. You have no idea. So from the scriptures we get this information, this knowledge, this perfect knowledge, that demigods, their calculation, what is their calculation? They live lakhs of years according to our time scale. Therefore, they are called Amara. Practically, you see, they think, they forget about death. But they live lakhs of years, they don't even consider. They don't even consider that there is death. They forget. So, actually, Amara means one who does not die. But actually, everybody has to die in this material world. Even Brahma has to die. So, because they live with such a long life compared to our duration of life, therefore, when it is described, there are devatas on the heavenly planets, they are described as Amara. Almost like deathless, but actually they have to die. But such a long lifespan, so they forget about it. So now these devatas, when they hear about the calculation, they also have scriptures. Because they are also not aware of Brahma and Brahmaloka, they are also not aware. So if they have to get information, they also have to refer the Shastra. So from the Shastra, the intelligent demigods can get information. There is one Brahmaloka, and on Brahmaloka, the residents of Brahmaloka, they live 1000 Divya Yugas is just their daytime. And similarly, 1000 Divya Yugas of the demigods is their Brahmaloka nighttime. So like this, the Devatas are bewildered about the time scale of the Brahmaloka. But still, even though Brahmaloka is such a long lifespan, such a long duration of life, even compared to the Devatas also, we can't even calculate. What is the lifespan of the inhabitants of Brahmaloka? We can't even calculate it. Trillions of years, according to our time scale. So, at the beginning of Brahma's day, all the living beings are born. All the living beings are born. Why? Because at the end of Brahma's day, when Brahma's night comes, everything is destroyed. Everyone dies. Ratriyagame praliyante tatraiva avyakta samyake. In the daytime of Brahma, all the living beings are active on the different planets. But when night of Brahma comes, everything is destroyed. So, even if I think I can adjust and stay here, I will not be allowed to stay permanently in this body, or in my house, or in my country, whatever that may be. I might have built, I might have planned, I might have amassed. Death is going to come. Yes, I don't mind death. Again I am going to take birth. Even that is not allowed. That also will be finished. When Brahma's night comes, everything is destroyed. And the night of Brahma, all the living entities remain compact in the body of Vishnu. Everyone enters into Vishnu's body. And they remain in Vishnu's body till the night of Brahma is over. Again, when Brahma's day arrives, then again all the living entities beings come out and they take birth again on different planets. So this is going on cyclically, and all this is happening by the power of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Vishnu's power is such that this destruction, creation, maintenance, everything is happening by his power. The Devatas, they have some role to play, but they are all empowered by Vishnu, including Brahma and Shiva. All the Devatas are empowered by Vishnu to have some role in this creation, maintenance or destruction. But ultimately, the power belongs to Vishnu. It is Vishnu's power. Because everyone goes into the body of Vishnu when Brahma's night comes, including Brahma. Brahma also enters the body of Vishnu. Everyone enters, all the Devatas, they enter the body of Vishnu, all the living entities. And they come out again helplessly. So, Krishna describes here this whole creation and destruction. At the end of Brahma's day, destruction happens. Beginning of Brahma's day, the creation happens. Bhuta gramasya evayam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratyagame avasham partha pravatyaragame. Again and again the day comes, Brahma's day comes, and all the living beings in this entire universe, they become active. And again the night falls, they are all helplessly dissolved. So this dissolution, pralaya, is regularly happening. End of Brahma's day. Cyclically it is happening. But still, it's interesting, when Krishna comes to this world, then Krishna displays his leela of destruction, of killing. He displays some killing leela. Especially when he appeared as Krishna, he was particularly requested, prayed for by Bhumi Devi. Bhudevi prayed to Krishna that so many unnecessary demons posing as kings, they have burdened the earth. They simply burdened the earth. And they don't give proper protection to the citizens. They are not interested in the welfare of the people. They simply want to amass wealth, power, and they unnecessarily engage in fighting. And whom will they fight against? Against each other, that's all. Because all these demons have crowded the earth planet. So Bhumi Devi requested Krishna, please come and remove this burden. I cannot bear this burden anymore. Because Bhudevi considers all the people on this earth as her children. So when the kings don't do their duty of maintaining properly the people of this earth, then Bhumi Devi, she feels burdened. So that is when she prays to the Lord to incarnate and reduce the burden, or do something to reduce the burden. So in this particular instance, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, when Bhumi Devi approached Krishna, Krishna agreed to personally come to reduce this burden of the earth. So, one of the things Krishna began doing as soon as he was born is this business of killing the demons. So who was the first demon Krishna killed? Putana. A small tiny infant baby just born. And this Putana, under instruction from Kamsa, came disguised as a mother to kill Krishna. But Krishna killed her, and whoever Kamsa sent, whichever demon Kamsa sent to Vrindavan to kill Krishna, they could not kill Krishna. Nobody can kill Krishna. Instead, Krishna killed the demons. Now there is a difference between somebody dying due to any cause, natural cause, or any natural calamity, or even dying due to this dissolution, pralaya, of the entire world, entire universe. And Krishna killing somebody, there's a difference. When Krishna kills somebody, that person becomes purified of all sinful reactions. That person becomes liberated. Whereas such liberation or purification is not possible when somebody dies due to natural calamities or natural death or due to pralaya, then there is no such purification. So Krishna killing is significant. Therefore, Krishna's killing is described by the devotees, by the saintly persons, by the sages, by the rishis, as Leela, Krishna Leela. These are transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord, spiritual activities. This killing is not like ordinary killing. It is different. It is entirely different. So such activities, spiritual activities of Krishna are described in detail in Bhagavad. In the Bhagavatam, the activities of Krishna, his incarnations and his devotees are described in very great detail. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes briefly his activities. So one of the brief descriptions is that by his power, by his arrangement, at the end of Brahma's day, everything is dissolved, and beginning of Brahma's day, everything is again created. But in the Bhagavatam, some details are about Krishna's killing. So when we hear or read these descriptions, then we can understand what is the position of Krishna. Because somebody thinks this dissolution is happening by some impersonal force or power or Shakti, and people tend to consider, or they take it like Shakti is supreme. But from the Bhagavatam we understand Shakti is not supreme. Shakti belongs to the Shaktiman. Power belongs to the person who actually holds the power. So that person, supreme person, who is supremely powerful, who has got all the power, that person is Krishna. So that is demonstrated by Krishna in his Leela, in his pastimes, in his activities when he comes to the earth. How he actually displayed his power, some of his power, not all his power. All his power we cannot see, or he cannot display for us, because his power is unlimited. But some portion of his power, very, very small portion, tiny portion, he displayed. So the description is given. When Krishna killed Kamsa, so this Kamsa was a very powerful demon, and he harassed especially Krishna's mother and father, Vasudeva and Devaki. They were arrested by Kamsa and they were also harassed by Kamsa. So Krishna wanted to stop Kamsa harassing Vasudeva and Devaki, the saintly devotees. So Krishna decided to kill Kamsa, but he could not stop Kamsa from this harassment. So Kamsa, instead of trying to submit to Krishna, even though he failed to arrange to kill Krishna through his demoniac associates, but still he was very hopeful that somehow he can personally kill Krishna. This was Kamsa's thinking, that all his demoniac associates, many of his demonic associates tried to kill Krishna, but they could not kill. They were killed. So Kamsa made some plan that instead of sending somebody to Vrindavan to kill Krishna, bring Krishna to Mathura. And in Mathura, my capital city, under my supervision, Kamsa thought that he will kill Krishna. So he arranged some very powerful demons. As soon as Krishna enters Mathura, he sent one invitation to Krishna for one festival, for one sacrifice, Dhanu Yajna. Actually, the invitation was sent to bring Krishna and kill Krishna. But he did not directly mention that. He simply told that I want to invite Krishna and Balaram for one festival. After all, Krishna and Balaram are his nephews, the sons of Devaki. Devaki is the sister of Kamsa. So Kamsa sent an invitation to his sister's sons. Please come to my house, to my city. Nice festival is there, nice sacrifice is there, yajna is there, please come. So Krishna and Balaram accepted the invitation. They came to Mathura. As soon as they entered Mathura, Kamsa had arranged some demons to attack Krishna and Balaram. Again, Krishna and Balaram did not die, but Krishna and Balaram killed the demons to try to attack. Then Krishna decided to kill Kamsa. Again, remember, when Krishna kills somebody, that person is purified. Such purification is very, very, very difficult. Even somebody performs tapasya for millions of years, they cannot easily get this purification. Simply by being killed by Krishna, the most sinful demoniac person can become purified, completely purified. So this is Krishna's mercy, Kripa. Even on the demons, Krishna is very, very, very merciful. So God is all merciful. He is merciful even to the demons. He is definitely merciful to the devotees. But He is merciful to the demons also. Therefore God is all good. He is all merciful. So Krishna killed Kamsa, and Kamsa's two queens, who were the daughters of Jarasandha, they became widows. This Kamsa died, and Krishna killed. So these two queens of Kamsa, when they became widows, they went to their father's house. So Jarasandha was very, very angry against Krishna. Jarasandha thought, Krishna is the cause for my daughters to become widows. So Jarasandha decided to attack Mathura. Because as soon as Kamsa was killed, Krishna would have become the king, but Krishna instead made his grandfather Ugrasena the king of Mathura. Kamsa was against Ugrasena, his own father. Kamsa's father was Ugrasena. So Kamsa was against his father. His father was a saintly devotee. And Kamsa was a demon. So demons are against devotees. Even if the particular devotee happens to be his own kith and kin, still demons are always against devotees. So Kamsa was against Ugrasena because Ugrasena was a devotee. So after Kamsa was killed, then Ugrasena was installed as the king, actually reinstated. He was, before Kamsa took over, Ugrasena only was the king of Mathura. So this Ugrasena was a saintly king. So Kamsa was a demon. So Kamsa said, Ugrasena, get out of my way. I want to be the king. So he arrested Ugrasena and became the king. Simply using his demoniac force. So when Kamsa was killed, what did Krishna do? He made Ugrasena, reinstate Ugrasena as the king of Mathura. Then Jarasandha decided to attack Mathura. Jarasandha came with 13 Akshauhini divisions of military force. Each division, Akshauhini division, means thousands of chariot fighters, thousands of fighters on horseback, thousands of fighters on elephant back, and tens of thousands of soldiers on foot, on infantry. So, like this huge number of Kshatriyas, Jarasandha brought to attack Mathura. Now Krishna had come to actually reduce this burden of the earth, unnecessary defense forces. These kings like Jarasandha, unnecessarily they were burdening the earth. So therefore, Krishna decided to finish off this Jarasandha's military force. So when Mathura was attacked, surrounded by this military force of Jarasandha, then Krishna and Balaram, they decided to go with a very, very, very small army, tiny army. They personally went to face the attack of Jarasandha. Krishna and Balaram, they personally, they decided to kill all the Kshatriyas, soldiers, all the chariot fighters, fighters on elephant back, horseback, infantry, all of them. Krishna and Balaram very quickly killed all of them, but spared the life of Jarasandha alone. Jarasandha also could have been killed, but Krishna had a greater plan. So he did not kill Jarasandha. Jarasandha alone was spared in this battle. So then Krishna actually, Balaram arrested Jarasandha. Krishna told Balaram, release him and send him away. So a great insult, because for a Kshatriya, either he fights and wins the battle, or he dies fighting in the battle. A Kshatriya never retreats alive, defeated. That's a great insult for a Kshatriya. But this Jarasandha was shameless fellow, demoniac fellow, shameless fellow. So he did not have the real Kshatriya spirit. So when he was, his life was spared and he was released, he went back to his capital city, Magadha. And again he gathered 13 Akshauhini divisions of military force and again came to attack. So foolish Jarasandha, 17 times he attacked. All the 17 times Krishna killed all the military force of Jarasandha and spared only Jarasandha's life. So in this way, Krishna's plan was that all these demoniac forces should be completely destroyed. So Jarasandha is bringing these demoniac soldiers for Krishna to kill them. And to assemble them is a necessity to to reduce the burden of the earth. So Jarasandha is doing a good job of assembling all these demonic soldiers every time he comes to attack Mathura. And on the battlefield of Mathura, Krishna and Balaram are able to kill all those people. Now, also, Krishna and Balaram, killing them is not an ordinary thing again. I should remind you that all of them, even though they were demons, even though unnecessarily they were engaging in this fighting business, but still, because they were killed by Krishna or Balaram, they were all liberated, they were all purified. So in this way, Krishna and Balaram delivered so many thousands, lakhs of all these demons by personally killing them. So this is Krishna's mercy. Finally, Krishna assembled the remaining forces, all the remaining forces, not just those which were gathered by Jarasandha, but of any king, any demoniac king. All those forces, Krishna and Balaram gathered on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And in Kurukshetra, Krishna decided not to fight. Balaram also decided not to fight. So Balaram, when he decided not to fight, he went away on pilgrimage. But Krishna decided to remain on the battlefield, simply observing the fighting. As the chariot driver of Arjuna, as the Sarathi, as Partha Sarathi, he just glanced on all these soldiers, all the warriors, the remaining demoniac forces burning the earth, and he arranged to kill them through the Pandavas. Through the Pandavas, his own devotees, he arranged to kill them. And he delivered them simply by his glance. So even on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna very mercifully delivered all those demons, all those who died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. They were all delivered by Krishna. So this is Krishna's mercy. So Krishna is merciful, all merciful. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, we pray to Krishna. Karuna Sindhu, he is an ocean of mercy. He is very, 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 very merciful. We can't imagine how merciful he is. So in this Kali Yuga, Krishna has come. He has not come in the form he came 5,000 years back. No. He has come in a very special form. He has come in the form of sound, spiritual sound. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In the form of this sound, he comes. He has come now. And this sound, when it enters somebody's heart, then just like Krishna killed demons when he came 5,000 years back, this sound can kill the demoniac mentality of any person into whose heart this sound can enter. So what does Krishna do? As the mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, he kills the demoniac mentality of the people. And when the demoniac mentality is destroyed, then the person can think of his real ultimate welfare. So then the person can think of chanting Hare Krishna. When this demonic mentality is destroyed, then the person can begin to think of spiritual life, can begin to start chanting Hare Krishna and actually get deliverance by some chanting and hearing of Hare Krishna. So this is the Leela that the Hare Krishna mantra is doing. Now, Krishna's incarnation as Hare Krishna mantra is doing this Leela all over the world. Just like Arjuna, he had Krishna as his chariot driver. So Arjuna took Krishna on the chariot everywhere where there were all these demons. And Arjuna, along with his brothers, the Pandavas, killed all the demons. So because they died in the presence of Krishna, they were all delivered. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada took this Hare Krishna mantra all over the world. He took Krishna all over the world. And Prabhupada chanted this Hare Krishna. And whosoever hears this Hare Krishna mantra entered, their demoniac mentality was destroyed. So the Hare Krishna mantra, or Krishna in the form of mantra, does not kill anybody. He only destroys the demoniac mentality. Asuri buddhi, Asuri swabhava is destroyed. Otherwise, this Asuri swabhava is very dangerous. For those who are of demoniac nature, it is described by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita that those of demoniac nature, Krishna says, I cast them into the hell where they suffer life after life for many millions of years they have to suffer. So Krishna, even though his arrangement is that this sinful, demoniac person should actually be given punishment of suffering in hell, but still Krishna is feeling compassion. Why should he suffer? So, out of kindness, even for those who are suffering due to their own sinful reactions, Krishna has come in the Hare Krishna mantra. And his confidential associates like Prabhupada, they are taking this Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna in the form of Hare Krishna mantra, and actually destroying this demoniac mentality so that they stop their sinful activities. Then once they stop their sinful activities and begin to chant Hare Krishna, then no more punishment in hell. Saved from the punishment in hell. And not only that, they are also delivered from this entire material existence. So that is Krishna's Leela as the Hare Krishna mantra. So this Hare Krishna mantra we shall now chant 108 times. Now, all of you, you are already purified because you have been voluntarily coming, chanting, having darshan of Krishna Balaram, taking prasadam. Now you should work for your ultimate deliverance. See, because of different kinds of attachment you have developed in this material world, even though you are saintly in behavior and character, still this attachment keeps you in this world. So to cut off these attachments and to prepare for getting out of this material existence, you have to nicely chant and hear the Hare Krishna mantra. So now, 108 times, please join me in chanting this Hare Krishna mantra nicely, hearing. Let the mantra enter into your ears and penetrate through your mind, intelligence, everything. Because you are inside your body and you are covered by all these coverings. So you attentively hear so that the mantra can, Krishna in the form of the mantra. Mantra is not simply some ordinary sound. Mantra is Krishna himself, the person Krishna, Supreme Lord Krishna. So let Krishna enter your heart and let Krishna do one heart surgery now. Cutting off all your attachments, just like one surgeon will remove some cardiac block. Now the block that is there for you to get out of this material world, let Krishna do the surgery of remove that block in your heart. Let Krishna do one surgery now. So chant nicely, hear nicely, and it may take some time because we have so many attachments. And also we have to let go the attachment. Krishna's surgery is not forced surgery. Just like you go and sign a consent letter when you go to a surgeon, you or some relative of yours have to sign, yes, I agree for the surgery. Exactly like that, you have to agree for Krishna's surgery. Then only Krishna will do the surgery of cutting off the blocks in the form of material attachments. Otherwise, Krishna will not touch your material attachment. He is not going to force you to give up. You should agree, yes, I want to give up these attachments. Why? Because these attachments that you are having for some insignificant material pleasure, million, billion, trillions of times greater spiritual pleasure is waiting for you in the spiritual world with Krishna. Krishna is saying, come to my abode, enjoy with me. But we cannot go to Krishna in his personal abode on his invitation. We should be ready to go, but we have to prepare ourselves. So that surgery has to happen, cutting off all these attachments and developing that attraction and attachment for going to Krishna. So for that to happen inside this heart, you have to chant and hear nicely. So now let us chant and hear this Hare Krishna mantra all together. So before we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, one prayer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. Once we will chant and then we will remain times again. Shri Krishna Chaitanya